Hello students, welcome all of you. In this video, I Abhay Kumar going to discuss introduction of electromagnetic waves, displacement current and Maxwell's equations of chapter 8 electromagnetic waves for class 12 physics. It is part 3, that is video number 3 of this chapter. First of all, we have to discuss introduction of EM waves, that is electromagnetic waves. James Clerk Maxwell predicted the existence of electromagnetic waves with the help of Maxwell's equations. Maxwell proposed that not only a current carrying conductor produces magnetic field, but also time varying electric field or changing electric field produces magnetic field. Similarly, time varying magnetic field or changing magnetic field produces electric field. According to Maxwell, the superposition of time varying electric and magnetic fields resulted to a disturbance or wave that propagates in a space with a speed of light in vacuum, that is c equals to 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. This disturbance or wave is called electromagnetic wave. मैक्सवेल ने सबसे पहले अपने 4 फील्ड इक्वेशंस के हेल्प से इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स का एग्जिस्टेंस के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन दिया. मैक्सवेल के अनुसार केवल करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर ही मैग्नेटिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस नहीं करता, बल्कि टाइम वेरिंग इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, समय के साथ परिवर्तनशील इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड या विद्युत क्षेत्र भी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, चुंबकीय क्षेत्र उत्पन्न करता है. इसी प्रकार समय के साथ परिवर्तनशील चुंबकीय क्षेत्र, दैट इज टाइम वेरिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, विद्युत क्षेत्र उत्पन्न करता है. मैक्सवेल के अनुसार समय के साथ परिवर्तनशील इलेक्ट्रिक तथा मैग्नेटिक फील्ड्स, दैट इज टाइम वेरिंग इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड्स के सुपरपोजिशन से या अध्यारोपण से स्पेस में एक डिस्टर्बेंस या वेव प्रोड्यूस होता है, जिसे इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव, विद्युत चुंबकीय तरंग कहा जाता है. इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स का प्रोपेगेशन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ओसिलेटिंग इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में या उसके परपेंडिकुलर प्लेन में ई वेक्टर क्रॉस बी वेक्टर के डायरेक्शन के लॉन्ग होता है. यदि किसी इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव के इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का ऑसिलेशन वाई एक्सिस के लॉन्ग माना जाए तथा मैग्नेटिक फील्ड बी वेक्टर का ऑसिलेशन जेड एक्सिस के लॉन्ग रिस्ट्रिक्टेड हो माना जाए, सीमित हो, तो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव का प्रोपेगेशन इन दोनों के प्लेन के परपेंडिकुलर, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेक्टर एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वेक्टर के प्लेन के परपेंडिकुलर एक्स एक्सिस के लॉन्ग होगा, जो कि ई वेक्टर एंड बी वेक्टर का क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट, दैट इज ई वेक्टर क्रॉस बी वेक्टर के लॉन्ग होता है. An electromagnetic wave propagates perpendicular to the plane of or in the perpendicular direction of the oscillating electric field and magnetic field. Electric field is denoted by, electric field vector is denoted by the symbol E vector, capital E vector along y axis, while oscillating magnetic field vector is denoted by the symbol capital B vector along z axis, and propagation of the disturbance or electromagnetic wave is along the x axis, which is perpendicular to the yz plane. That is, propagation of electromagnetic wave is along the direction of E vector cross B vector. That is, vector product or cross product of electric field vector, that is capital E vector, and magnetic field vector, capital V vector. H.R. Hertz, a German scientist, in 1887 was able to produce electromagnetic waves of shorter wavelength, that is 6 meter wavelength, in the laboratory. Later on, in 1895, an Indian scientist, J.C. Bose, was also able to produce electromagnetic waves in the laboratory, but of much shorter wavelength, ranging from 5 millimeter, that is 5 mm, to 25 mm. And finally, in 1896, Marconi was able to generate or produce electromagnetic waves of wavelengths many kilometers. Marconi contribution, that is to produce electromagnetic waves of longer wavelengths, is the basis of wireless radio communication. सबसे पहले हर्ज ने 1896 में लेबोरेटरी में, प्रयोगशाला में इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स को प्रोड्यूस किया, जिसका वेवलेंथ 6 मीटर था। उसके बाद 1895 में इंडियन साइंटिस्ट J.C. बोस ने भी प्रयोगशाला में, लेबोरेटरी में इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव को जनरेट किया, उत्पन्न किया, जिसका वेवलेंथ काफ़ी कम 5 मिलीमीटर टू 25 मिलीमीटर था। इसके बाद 1896 में इटली के साइंटिस्ट मार्कोनी ने अधिक तरंग लंबाई, लॉन्गर वेवलेंथ्स के इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स का जनरेशन किया, प्रोडक्शन किया, जो कि रेडियो कम्युनिकेशन का, दैट इज वायरलेस कम्युनिकेशन का बेसिस है। Now we have to discuss displacement current. The concept of displacement current was given by Maxwell in the modification of Ampere's circuital law using displacement current. The current associated with change in electric field or electric flux with time, that is time varying electric field or electric flux in air or in the free space or vacuum, is called displacement current. It is denoted by the symbol ID। मैक्सवेल ने यह आइडिया दिया कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स में टाइम के साथ चेंज होने के कारण एयर और फ्री स्पेस और वैक्यूम में भी करंट प्रोड्यूस होता है, वायरलेस करंट विदाउट वायर, जिसे डिस्प्लेसमेंट करंट कहा जाता है। जैसे कि किसी कैपेसिटर के दोनों प्लेट्स के बीच, यहाँ P1 तथा P2 एक कैपेसिटर का कलेक्टर एंड कंडेंसिंग प्लेट्स हैं, उनके बीच एयर है, तो इस और इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स कलेक्टर प्लेट से, जो कि पॉजिटिव प्लेट है, तो पॉजिटिव चार्ज से प्रोड्यूस होकर इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स निगेटिव चार्ज में कंडेंसिंग प्लेट में इंटर करता है। इसके कारण टाइम के साथ इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स या इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में चेंज होता है, तथा इसका रिजल्ट यह होता है कि कैपेसिटर के दोनों प्लेट्स के बीच जो एम्प्टी स्पेस है या एयर है, उसमें भी विदाउट वायर करंट फ्लो करता है, जिसे डिस्प्लेसमेंट करंट कहा जाता है, जिसे ID सिंबल से डिनोट किया जाता है। तो यहाँ पर डिस्प्लेसमेंट करंट को किसी कैपेसिटर के दोनों प्लेट्स के बीच जो प्लेस है या एयर है, उसमें रिप्रेजेंट किया गया है डिस्प्लेसमेंट करंट को, जो कि वायरलेस करंट है, बिना वायर के भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड या इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स में टाइम के साथ चेंज होने के कारण प्रोड्यूस होता है। जबकि आउटसाइड बोथ प्लेट्स ऑफ द कैपेसिटर्स, कंडक्शन करंट IC flows in the connecting wires. Connecting wires are connected to a battery B, that is, collector plate of the capacitor is connected to positive terminal of the battery, while negative plate, that is condensing plate of the capacitor, which is P2 in this figure, is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and therefore conduction current producing, that is the current producing from the battery in form of conduction current, which flows through the connecting wires, which are connected to positive and negative plates of the capacitor. And conduction current is equal to displacement current. Now we have to derive the expression for displacement current. The formula of displacement current is ID equals to epsilon naught multiplied by d phi E upon dt. This is the formula for displacement current. ID equals to epsilon 0 multiplied by d phi E upon dt, where d phi E upon dt is the rate of change of electric flux phi E with respect to time, and epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space or vacuum. Now we have to derive this formula, that is the formula for displacement current. ID is equal to epsilon naught multiplied by d phi E upon dt. So now for the derivation of this formula, we know that electric field between two plates of a capacitor is given by E equals to sigma upon epsilon 0. This is called Coulomb's theorem, not Coulomb's law. It is Coulomb's theorem. That is one of the applications of Gauss's theorem. That is, electric field near a charged conductor is capital E is equal to 1 by epsilon 0 times the surface charge density on the charged conductor. So capital E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught, where sigma is the surface charge density. of the collector plate of the capacitor, plus sigma is the surface charge density of the collector plate, while minus sigma is the surface charge density of the negative plate or condensing plate of the capacitor. Now sigma is equal to charge upon area, that is Q upon S, Q upon A multiplied by epsilon naught. Let this is equation number 1. It is equation number 1. E is equal to sigma upon epsilon 0. Sigma is Q upon A, that is charge per unit area multiplied by epsilon naught. Now electric flux between two plates of the capacitor is given by phi E equals to E into A. E dot A होता है, E vector dot A vector, that is EA cos theta. And if E vector and area vector, if electric field vector and area vector are in same direction, then theta is equal to 0. Therefore phi is equal to E into A, that is E electric field into area, and E is given by Q upon A epsilon naught multiplied by A, and A will cancel out in the numerator and denominator, so we will left with phi E is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Since charge on the collector plate of the capacitor is changing with time, therefore electric flux between the gap of two plates of the capacitor will also change with time. चूँकि कैपेसिटर के कलेक्टर प्लेट का जो कि कैपेसिटर का कलेक्टर प्लेट जो कि बैटरी के पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल से कनेक्टेड है, तो कंडक्शन के कारण कलेक्टर प्लेट पर इलेक्ट्रिक चार्ज टाइम के साथ चेंज करता है, इसलिए कैपेसिटर के दोनों प्लेट्स के बीच खाली जगह में एयर में प्रोड्यूस होने वाला इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स भी टाइम के साथ चेंज करेगा. देयरफॉर डिफरेंशिएटिंग इक्वेशन नंबर 2 which is phi E, that is electric flux between the two plates of the capacitor is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So differentiating both sides with respect to time, differentiating both sides of equation 2 with respect to time, we have d phi E in LHS, d phi E by dt, that is rate of change of electric flux phi E with respect to time, and in RHS it is 1 by epsilon naught, which is constant, multiplied by dq upon dt, and dq by dt is current, which is conduction current IC, which is conduction current or electric current is dq upon dt. Instantaneous electric current, we know that I, which is IC, conduction current, is dq upon dt, and since conduction current is equal to the displacement current, so we can write dq upon dt as id, displacement current. So we have 1 by epsilon naught multiplied by id, that is displacement current, in place of dq upon dt. Therefore id equals to, that is displacement current id is equal to epsilon naught multiplied by d phi E upon dt after cross multiplications, because after differentiating equation number 2, that is phi E electric flux is equal to Q upon epsilon naught, both sides with respect to time, we have in LHS d phi E by dt, and in RHS 1 by epsilon 0, which is constant, multiplied by dq by dt, and dq by dt is the id, displacement current, so it is 1 by epsilon 0 multiplied by id. So after cross multiplication we get id, displacement current, which is equal to the conduction current, equals to epsilon 0 multiplied by d phi E upon dt, and this is the formula of displacement current. That is, we have derived the formula for displacement current. id is equal to epsilon naught multiplied by d phi E upon dt, where epsilon naught is epsilon 0 or epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space or vacuum, and d phi E by dt is the rate of change of electric flux with time. In last we have to discuss Maxwell's equations or Maxwell's field equations. Maxwell gave a set of 4 equations related to electric and magnetic fields as well as electric charge and electric current, which are known as Maxwell's field equations. Maxwell's first field equation is total electric flux through a closed surface, that is phi E equals to integral over a closed surface E vector dot dA vector equals to 1 by epsilon 0 times the charge enclosed inside the closed surface, that is Q upon epsilon naught. Actually, it is गॉसेस लॉ इन इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स। किसी क्लोज सरफेस से होकर टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स उस क्लोज सरफेस के अंदर प्रेजेंट चार्ज Q का 1 बाई एप्सिलॉन 0 टाइम्स होता है। यह इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में गॉस का लॉ है, गॉस का नियम है, जिसे मैक्सवेल का फर्स्ट इक्वेशन और फर्स्ट फील्ड इक्वेशन कहा जाता है। इट इज गॉसेस लॉ इन इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स। सो मैक्सवेल्स फर्स्ट इक्वेशन इज phi E equals to integral over a closed surface capital E vector dot dA vector equals to Q upon epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space or vacuum, capital E vector is the electric field, and dA vector is a small area vector of the closed surface. Now Maxwell second equation is total magnetic flux through a closed surface is 0, which is Gauss's law in magnetism. So phi B equals to integral over a closed surface B vector dot dA vector equals to 0. This is equation number 2, which is Maxwell's second equation, and actually it is Gauss's law in magnetism. Now Maxwell's third equation is the modification of Ampere's circuital law, and it is called Ampere-Maxwell circuital law, which is the line integral of magnetic field, which gives the magnetomotive force, that is integral over a closed loop B vector dot dl vector. This is the line integral of magnetic field B vector over a closed loop, and it is equal to mu 0 times the conduction current, that is mu 0 into IC plus mu 0 epsilon 0 into d phi E upon dt, and this is equation number 3. It is Maxwell's third equation, and it is also called Ampere-Maxwell circuital law. Ampere-Maxwell circuital law, where epsilon 0 into multiplied by d phi e by dt is the displacement current, which is denoted by the symbol id. So Maxwell's third equation is integral over a closed loop b vector dot dl vector is equal to mu 0 ic plus mu 0 into epsilon 0 d phi e upon dt. Here d phi e upon dt is the rate of change of electric flux, and mu 0 is permeability of free space or vacuum. Integral over b vector dot dl vector is the line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop. Finally, we have to know Maxwell's fourth equation. So fourth equation is actually the Faraday's second law of electromagnetic induction, which is induced EMF in a closed loop or in a closed circuit is equal to the negative rate of change of magnetic flux, that is induced EMF small e equal to integral over a closed loop E vector, capital E vector, which is the electric field vector or electric field, E vector dot dl vector, that is line integral of electric field over a closed loop, equals to minus d phi b upon dt. d phi b by dt is the rate of change of magnetic flux. Phi b is the symbol of magnetic flux. This is equation number 4, which is the fourth equation. It is Maxwell's fourth equation or fourth field equation, and it is Faraday's second law of electromagnetic induction. Thus, we have discussed Maxwell's that is a set of 4 field equations. Now this video is concluded. यह वीडियो अब समाप्त होता है. In the next video we will discuss properties and production of electromagnetic waves. Thank you very much.